Infinity is part of me. Infinity moves through my hair, my skin. Infinity allows me to breathe. Infinity collapses within each breath, each moment, each smile. I'm here to experience spaciousness of me. I'm here to experience unlimitedness of me. I'm here to experience restriction of density. I'm here to experience the flow of yin and yang. I'm here to move in sync. I'm here to move out of sync, connecting and disconnecting, colliding and emerging. The flow of life is never stoppable. The flow of life is changeable. With each breath, each thought, each smile, and each tear, I'm here to flow and create the dance. Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you're doing well today. This episode of Transitioning to Higher Dimension Self-Care Journey, I want to talk about how we can deepen our connection to our space within us, specifically our heart, that can help us to emerge or re-emerge as a different energy altogether after the dark night of the soul, addressing all the old physical, emotional, mental states of being, and what helps us to truly connect to that deep, deep part of us we call soul, that actually guides us as a divine guidance into the next step of our life on whatever levels. It doesn't have to be physical, it can be literally emotional shift, mental shift, which ultimately will reflect the changed physical reality. So when we become emptiness, everything becomes alive. Everything starts talking to us because everything is energy. When we're no longer getting attached to certain concepts of ourselves, certain old identities, everything is like a blank, white, beautiful canvas. There is no more kind of agenda, no more barriers or walls or something specific we are trying to go through. Now we're just simply floating through life as open white or transparent canvas or green, whatever color you want. It's empty. Now you can truly step in and decide, what do I want to create truly from this blank canvas? And life starts speaking through us, starts showing signals, signs through everything, specifically nature. For me, nature is a guide on this plane, and through nature I can connect to my spirit, and of course even higher dimensions. So from the soul I go to the spirit realm, and I start pulling information that is needed, and being patient and waiting But deepening into our heart space helps us to understand that this is our compass, this is our guiding tool that connects directly to the soul. And then, of course, soul connects to the whole vastness of spirit, consciousness, awareness, and to the main characters of your story. So telepathically, energetically, you start communicating with all the beings, scenarios, energies, archetypes that you know you want to bring into your new life, new world, new theater, new movie. And a few steps I want to share with you how we can connect to our heart space, because when we deepen and deepen here, we kind of setting up already kind of coordinates where we want to anchor in a new world, and through our heart we can feel those coordinates. So first, it's important to begin a day the way you want to feel. And of course, sometimes it's out of our control, but sometimes, actually more than sometimes, it's in our control, because only how we think is the only aspect that we can control. And then it trickles down to feeling and action. So first thing in the morning, first thing in the rising, when you open your eyes, choose how you want to feel today. And when you're already empty, everything arises in your being as is, without stories, without past, without expectations. And you start deepening into that knowing of your surroundings with gratitude. Gratitude is a huge, huge tool, because it puts us back into that space, warm space within our heart. And it helps us to deepen connection to ourselves, opposed to grabbing onto other stories and maybe assume it's our story. Because in the beginning, when you're still fresh, open, you're still kind of growing your new energetic state of being, maybe even new identity, if it suits you. Maybe you start identifying with nature or energy, or maybe you're creating your own characters. It's up to you, because from that point, the feel to the story will be different. So gratitude always helps for me. In fact, this is my daily session practice, is bringing gratitude every rising that I take my walks, and know the connection between all beings on this planet and beyond. And another step is doing something for others without really wanting anything back. Some call it selfless service. I simply call it give it from the heart, whatever it is. But the sincerity of that gesture is what makes it so powerful and magical and transformative, where you start living life from that just example of giving something once a day, or once a week, or once a month, through action, words, attention, anything, is because it starts creating that new path forward, where you live in this energetic state where you simply extend yourself toward another without any barriers or mental, emotional expectations where somebody will do something back for you. If that starts happening, then the initial steps forward into your new world would be that kind of energy where receptivity comes through different types of scenarios. When you extend your kind actions toward another person, those kind actions come from a different area of your life. Maybe different person, maybe from the same person, or different scenario altogether. And that's how we start creating from the heart, where there's no more obligations, contracts, expectations, any of that. We simply live through this life where we're going to assist, love one another, and it comes back to you from a different scenario or person or anything. And that's snowballing further into your life, where you continue doing what you love, and if it feels right, extending that, and then return comes to you, and sometimes it's double or triple. So that moving from the heart, from that space, because there's no more other operations. Logic is still there, of course, but logic is simply a practical maneuver through the physical realm, because the rest of it comes from your full body. People call it from the heart, and sometimes it sits somewhere else in the body, but you're moving through your life into your new creation, new world that you're creating with your whole body, with your full energetic being, not just your stories and mind, but with your full body, including the emotional realm, the physical realm, and the mental realm. So extending yourself without expectations is a very powerful step that I utilize, and that's something that helps me to create the new world that I live and creating as I speak. And another way is connecting to our heart space, and what helps us to create a new world on an individual level and mass level is nature. Nature, as you can see, I'm always surrounded with nature on this podcast, is because nature is a 0 point frequency. And that is where you are when you are in this complete emptiness and void. You are nature. You've anchored your energy. Actually, not anchored. You purified your energy from the past stories, triggers, wounds, and you are now operating like nature. And nature is the biggest guide, because as you start observing how the tree grows, how exchange between the grass, the tree, the fire, the water, the wind happens, animals, you start understanding the whole cycle of natural progress. And no one is obligated to do anything for anybody. We simply do it in a natural way, how we observe nature, and that's how we do it. So 3 tools connecting to the body. There are many more tools, many more. If you're attending my retreats, I introduce everyone to many tools that can help you on your evolution process and journey. So 3 tools I'm bringing up today is definitely starting your day with beautiful gratitude practice, because it dumps you all the way into the yamina space of your heart, into your body. Then another step is doing something, make it a regular thing, something for others without mental expectation, emotional expectation, physical expectation to receive anything back. And the third tool is connecting, bonding, embodying the element, the energy of nature, and becoming really one with nature. Not just living in the nature and jogging and walking, but sitting, forest bathing, putting your feet, bare feet, into the ground, becoming one with nature, dancing in the nature, will definitely help to connect to the heart space, because the new world you want to live in, or we are all want to live in, is through the body, through the heart, not through the elements that are analyzing everything, that have no rooting in the earth. So, and one last thing I want to mention today is I'm running a body energy awareness and movement retreat in Costa Rica. It's on the Lake Arenal. It's one of the most gorgeous spots in Costa Rica. It's April 15th through 22nd of next year, 2023, 6 days, 7 nights. There's going to be a lot of nature involved, waterfalls, hikes, tour to a chocolate farm in Costa Rica, where we will learn more about what Costa Rica land is all about and connect to the indigenous roots of that place. Of course, we're going to dive into a lot of yoga, pranayama, chakra yoga, and really every day we will go through certain elements that are connected to our body. And I'm not going to expose, but we will connect to earth, we will connect to element of water, element of fire, element of air, thought, intuition, awareness. So we will deepen ourselves into our natural state of being. So join me next April. I'm going to put the link that will dump you directly into where you can book and learn more about the retreat in the post below. So I am inviting you to connect to your heart. We're moving into some yummy times on earth. You do have a choice to look at it as everything is crumbling, and you also have a choice to look at it as new is arising from all the crumbling that is happening now on this planet. And if you ever read yoga, Kali Yuga, in a yoga path, you'll know that this time on earth has been predicted, and we are all been actually waiting for this beautiful time on earth, for old system in heavy energies, very masculine heavy energies of war, destruction and control is really falling apart. And now we're moving through time and space with lighter energy within our body, within our heart. And the heart is our tool, our GPS in the new world. So I'm sending you so much love. Connect to me on YouTube channel, subscribe if you're new listener, or like this video and share. And I hope to see you in Costa Rica next year in April. Please stay tuned. I will be posting more announcements about my upcoming retreats. If you wish to invite me to any of your places for workshops and retreats, let me know. I would love to do that. That sounds fun and amazing. Otherwise, connect to me on oxanabeam.com, request classes, workshops, retreats, and join me in Costa Rica in April. See you soon. Much love.